Okay, we're here with Mike Stechschulte, an honorary journalism major. Mike, what do you think? Let's start with good news. What's good about this new journalism program?
Well, I mean, it gives the campus an opportunity to learn journalism. I guess I can use myself as the first example. I came to this campus with the intention of going into journalism, not really knowing much about it, just kind of with the intention of being self-taught. And the journalism program really formalized my training, which, I mean, in retrospect, I never would have known half of what I know without the program. And I'm sure there are dozens, if not, hundreds of students on this campus who would appreciate the same opportunities. I mean, you just have to look at the Michigan Times to find students who are interested in journalism. I mean, I definitely think that just from the few classes I've taken, I've learned a lot. So.
I'm gonna move this a little closer just for the purposes of that sound going on out there.
Okay.
Well, let me follow that up with more specific. I'm glad you like the idea of a program here, but what specifically about the program did you find to be strong or particularly helpful for you?
Let's see. I mean, I like that we had to actually get out into the community and do some reporting ourselves. I think that you definitely learn a lot more that way than you will from a book. Which isn't to say that you can't learn from a book, because I think that's something that's very important too. For myself personally, since I'm going into editing rather than reporting, I found Chris's class to be very very helpful from the technical aspects of things. I think I learned more from the books in Chris's class than I would have learned from having to go out and gather my own content. But I think in a general reporting class, that's how you learn. I mean, you're not gonna know how to interview a subject without interviewing a subject. You're not gonna know how to write a lead without writing a lead. I think that from those few classes, it's been real good. The community journalism class was really, I think, the one that I felt was the most centrally focused on reporting, even more so than the basic reporting class. Just because, like I said, the basic one was I felt more textbook stuff, and then the community journalism was where we had to put it all together.
Okay. I mean, the program is just finishing its first year. Obviously, it has some room to grow and improve. What's the weakest part of the program at this point?
I'd probably say the online journalism class could be more focused on, I guess, more hands-on than it was. I mean, I realized that technical limitations had a lot to do with that this semester, but if there was a way for students to actually get on computers and start producing a website, start working with sound slides and Adobe Flash was another thing that I really wanted to learn. I mean, again, I think that given the technical limitations, it was a very good class. Having to work with just something as basic as Blackboard, we definitely learned a lot of the textbook stuff came out in that class. But I guess I wish it would have been a little more hands-on, especially if that's where journalism is going.
Mm-hmm. So that class, perhaps to follow up, you think would be better not as an online course?
Right. Yeah. Actually, I think it probably would be better as an in-person course, and as long as there were, like I said, as long as there were computers that had the necessary programs to produce stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can you think of other suggestions you would make for the program, given the sort of everything that's going on around us?
Well, one suggestion that I had pertained to the editing class, and I think I told you this before, was that I think the editing class could have been a little more effective had it been more centrally focused. I felt like there was a little too much crammed into that one class, with both text editing and we did some online editing, and we did audio editing, and now we're doing video editing. You know, I felt like that was really a lot to learn all at once. And I feel like, especially for students who are going to copy editing, like myself, it's really important to get just a grasp on the writing, editing the writing, before you can really move on to the other stuff. I mean, as far as the times that we're in, I think that's just the reality. I don't think that changes the journalism of it so much as it changes the economics of it. You know, I still think good journalists are going to be good journalists. You know, maybe it's a situation where we need to rethink how we are getting the information to the public, but that doesn't change the quality of the information that we're getting.
So you think there's still a need for learning, studying journalism?
Oh, I definitely think so. I don't. Maybe I'm the eternal optimist, but I don't think that in a country like ours, you know, no one is willing to let journalism just die. You know, even if I have confidence that even if the private sector journalism, you know, goes by the wayside, they'll find a way to subsidize it or something. You know, maybe that's a dangerous road to take, but you know, I don't believe that we'll ever see a point in this country where journalism will just completely go away. So I mean, I think there's definitely always going to be a need for it.
Anything else you want to add?
Just I guess my thanks for starting the program.
Well, I needed a job.
Yeah, so did I. That's why I took it. So.
Okay. Well, you're welcome. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.